Okay, so we need to talk about our third constructed response packet. This one is about the plastic bags. It's telling Plastic to bag it. And the main idea is that Americans use a lot of plastic bags, and there are bans that are trying to be put in place, and some people are for it, and some people are against it. But there are a lot of facts about all the problems with it, right? So, number 2 asks us why the author uses imagery to provoke an emotional reaction. So a few of you have asked me a couple questions. One, what is imagery? So let's start and say that imagery is that idea that you can see what they wrote in your head. So, the first thing I need to think about is what stuck out to me as so descriptive that I could see it in my head. Okay? I think of a couple moments. One would be when they described how this whale came up and there was all this plastic in it. And the other would be when they describe how much litter there is, like when it was hanging on trees or when it was filling these landfills. Okay, so that's the first question, is what is imagery? And those are the images that come to mind because that's what stuck out to me when I read. Now, provoke means to basically get a reaction or a response. So why? What is the point of the author using imagery to make us have an emotional reaction? So a lot of you have really good answers because a lot of you told me there is a reason for this imagery. It is there to persuade us, and that is the why. But then you have to give me 2 pieces of evidence. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number 3. Again, if we mark this up, it asks us about how our statistics used to support the author's claim. And we know the claim is that bags and plastic things are harming the environment. So I want to think back to just my understanding of argument. What has to support the claim? Well, reasons. And what have to support those reasons? Well, facts. And one of those facts could be numbers or an expert opinion, or it could be a personal story. Well, I see the word statistics, and I know that when I watch sports, there are statistics, as in LeBron James shot this many free throws this season. That's a statistic. So statistics is a fancy way of saying numbers. So my evidence for this one should be quotes with numbers in them. And if it's supporting my author's claim that bags are harming the environment, I want numbers that show bad things. So my answer needs to be, how do the numbers support the claim? Well, how do numbers support any claim? What do they show or prove? That's my answer. And then 2 pieces of evidence showing those things.